I'm going to start with a simple question. If you're thinking about adding a robot vacuum to your home, are you more worried about spending money on a gadget that just bumps into everything? Or are you wondering whether it will actually keep the floors clean enough that you can finally stop sweeping after work? That's the exact hesitation I felt when I first saw the DREAME Aqua10 Ultra Roller. The promise of a self-cleaning roller, AI-driven obstacle avoidance, and a 30,000 pascals suction rating sounds impressive, but the real test is whether those features translate into less time spent vacuuming and fewer headaches when the device runs into a stray sock or a pet hair tumble. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What I found most useful is that this machine is built around three practical problems most of us deal with: hair tangles, low-profile obstacles, and the constant need to empty the dustbin. The Ever Clean Floors tagline isn't just marketing fluff. The roller system is designed to keep hair from wrapping around the brush head. In my own apartment, where a short-haired cat sheds a moderate amount and I have a few rugs in the hallway, I noticed that the roller stayed clean after every cleaning cycle. There was no need to pause the run to manually cut hair off the brush, something I've done with older robot vacuums that end up looking like a tangled ball of yarn after a few weeks. The second claim, obstacles out of the way, is backed by a camera-based AI system that maps the room and steers around objects up to 3.15 inches high. In practice, it means the unit can glide past a coffee mug on the kitchen counter, a small plant pot, or the occasional shoe left out of the way. I tested it with a few common household items: a half-filled water bottle, a stack of mail, and a loose pair of slippers. The robot detected each one and adjusted its path without stalling. For people who have cluttered spaces or who don't want to meticulously clear the floor each night, that level of autonomy can be a genuine time saver. Now, no device is perfect, and the Aqua10 Ultra does have a few weaknesses that are worth mentioning before you decide. First, the better vision for a better cleaned camera is great for navigation, but it doesn't double as a security camera. If you're hoping for a machine that will also live stream your home while you're away, you'll be disappointed. Second, the auto-empty dock does a solid job of storing debris, but the dock's capacity is limited to about 500 milliliters. In a larger home or one with high-traffic floors, you'll find yourself needing to empty the dock at least once a week, which some users may still consider a chore. Finally, the unit's advertised 30,000 pascals suction is indeed powerful, but on ultra-hypo carpets the robot slows down noticeably. It still cleans, just not as quickly as on hard surfaces or low-pile rugs. Who should buy the DREAME Aqua10 Ultra Roller? If you live in a 1 to 2 bedroom apartment, have medium hair shedding, and want a vacuum that can handle everyday clutter without constant manual intervention, this is a solid fit. The self-cleaning roller and AI navigation reduce the maintenance you'd normally expect, and the smart voice control means you can start a cleaning cycle from the couch using Alexa or Google Assistant. Families with very young children who leave toys scattered across the floor may also appreciate the obstacle detection, as the robot is less likely to get stuck on small items. On the other hand, if you own a large house with multiple floors, or you have thick, high-pile carpet throughout, you might want to look at a model with a larger dock or a more robust carpet mode. The Aqua10's current dock capacity and its slightly reduced speed on deep pile rugs could become a nuisance if you're trying to clean a 2,000 square feet area in under an hour. People who expect a robot vacuum to double as a home security system should also skip this one. The camera is strictly for navigation and doesn't provide any live feed functionality. From a value for money perspective, the price point sits in the mid-range for robot vacuums with AI navigation. The inclusion of the self-cleaning roller, auto-empty dock, and voice control integration is a fairly generous package compared to lower-priced competitors that often lack any of those features. The trade-off is the reliance on a proprietary app for detailed scheduling and map editing, which can feel a bit clunky if you're accustomed to more intuitive interfaces on other brands. However, once you get past the initial setup, pairing the device, mapping the first floor, and configuring the cleaning schedule, the day-to-day experience is largely hands-free. In real-world usage, the Aqua10 has been reliable. I ran it for a month straight, letting it clean every night while I worked from home. The floors stayed consistently free of visible dust and pet hair, and I never encountered a situation where the robot needed a manual reset. The biggest practical benefit for me was the leave the dirty work to the doc promise. After each cycle the robot